Welcome everyone to the last quarterfinal games to be streamed. I'm joined by Malco. I am Hailstorm. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. And how are you, kind sir?
I'm great. It's a Saturday night. We got some League of Legends action to go through, and since it is Saturday, we decided to do a little bit of a drinking game along with the cast. So see the rules here. We're gonna do anytime there's a solo dolo kill. Anytime anyone references the boy band that is HYG, either in the cast or in the chat. Anytime a major objective is taken, anytime someone's getting truly flamed in the chat, any near-death escapes, and a first blood to get us started off each game. So grab your drinks if you are of age and you would like to join us, and let's have a fun night.
We'll try to get those rules copy and pasted for you guys in the chat periodically so you guys won't have to be worried about it in the game. But just to really quickly say, that also constitute, once the game ends, go ahead and take a celebratory shot or a shot in disappointment, depending on what team you're cheering on.
True.
So, based upon what's going on here, we do have HYG and Stoner Nation going on tonight. And yes, as Blitz is saying, please stay hydrated. Don't forget to keep some water nearby as you are doing this drinking game. Again, if you are of age, drink responsibly. But please have fun as well as we are getting ready to get into the draft of these games. But let's first take a look at the matchup as we get to go with the roll call. On the left side, you're going to see is Stoner Nation with top lane Spoobert, Jungle, Boomstick, Mid, Boosted Sandwich, ADC, Duck, Butter, Toast, and support CLG Worthy Dust. As we do see HYG appearing on the right side with the top lane Perfy, Jungle, HYG, TJ, Mid, HYG, Bonkers, ADC, HYG, Jeffrey Crazy, and support HYG, Marbra. How are you feeling about these two teams tonight?
I'm
Hellstrom?
hyped.
I know
it's one of the rematches. They had just played in week 9 with a pretty close matchup where Stoner Nation took the victory. So despite being the lower seed, looking to try to knock off HYG with the upset. And HYG has been looking good all season, so they're hoping they can pull it together and get the win this time when it really counts, since we're in playoffs now.
And I think they should be able to do it, but they definitely still have kind of that mountain to climb. You can't expect to count out Stoner Nation just yet. Again, like you said, it's a rematch of week 9, and both of these teams are probably coming out for blood. And with the playoff contention sitting in the back of your mind, you're constantly going to be wondering who's really going to win this out. I actually, considering when you look at the rest of this week, this is, like you said, probably the hype matchup of the quarterfinals.
Oh yeah, for sure. There were a couple good ones, like we saw yesterday. The upset Los Tomatos pulled on the number 1 seed, so we're seeing if we can get one more upset as we go towards the semifinals. Uh, Please don't die of alcohol poisoning, but have some fun with us. Don't need our poor Eli boy dying. But with
Right.
that,
Wait, Eli, don't you still gotta continue playing in this playoffs, man.
you can't die till after you guys are eliminated or you win finals. So you gotta at least make it a couple weeks.
Right, you still got a little bit of time left. So
we'll, we'll
keep
hop
living for us, boyo.
we'll hop on into draft number 1, where we have. Oh, got a full screen of that. There we go.
Oh,
Did I click the wrong ones? I clicked the wrong ones.
whoopsie.
My apologies. One sec.
One moment, some quick technical difficulties.
I was getting screenshots for the seer that we'll do later tonight as well. So I just gotta reopen up there. Here they are. Got draft 1, got draft 2. Screen, and now we'll jump into draft number 1.
The scout is
You
flame.
gotta flame me harder. That's not hard enough flame. Here we have HYG on the blue side, Stoner Nation on the red side, first ban, the Malzahar. Don't want to have the easy point and click ultimate, and the Ash band away. Been a popular champ for the league, followed up by the Udyr ban. Don't want to see Batman be the tanky menace that just disrupts team fights. Asol taken out. Big scaler in the mid lane.
I really do like some of these. Okay.
Viego for one more jungle ban, trying to focus down some of Bonker's champs. And the Caitlyn, another big ADC, but the Jinx is still up, so we'll see if either side wants to go with that.
I feel like if either one of them is gonna end up going for the ADC first, it probably will end up being Stoner Nation. HYG though picking up the Lux first pick.
Not bad, not bad. Lux still in a very good spot. A solid control mage and a good blind for that mid lane. And people in the chat keep copy pasting those rules for me so that as people trickle in, they'll know what's up with the drinking game. And then the Braum out here trying to block some stuff for Sterner Nation.
Don't think it blocks that laser though, but
Nothing to
at the
block
very
you.
least, right? At the very least, it's gonna make HYG probably have to rethink their composition if they were looking to play anything with high projectile ability. So right now we do see the Gragas being the next pickup. Very interesting for Stoner Nation here. So HYG now looking to. I'm wondering what they're gonna end up picking up because you can't go anything too projectile heavy because Braum will literally just block everything.
Right.
So at this point, it's just like, what are we looking towards here?
Got the Rel. That's pretty good in the
I like
Braum.
that.
Could just jump on him, get the knockups. And just another solid tank. A lot of CC coming out of both supports. I'll be interested to see if Stoner Nation puts Gragas in the jungle or in one of the lanes. I would guess jungle, but we'll have to see.
Right, I wasn't thinking of like a support Gragas or anything would be possible for this game.
That
And
was
yep,
my.
there we go. I like that. The immediate response to the Braum is like, we can't go projectiles, so we're just gonna basically select your face and just go in. And so that's what I really like seeing the Vi and the Rel picked up here.
Let me
So
select
let's
your
see how.
face.
Let me just select your face. That's why I like seeing the fact that they banned Malzahar because he's just one of those champions that's like, hey, you've been selected. You don't get to play League of Legends today. And then Stoner Nation picking up the Vigar. I think that's actually a really good safe scaling pick into the mid lane, especially against the Lux. So
Yeah, I like it.
I think both these matchups are looking really good right now, and they're basically matching each other if you look at it from role to role. So they really only have to ban out at this point the top in ADCs. And seeing Jin being picked up or being banned out first thing, they definitely are targeting those ADC picks. And Sion being the second ban of these second phase of bans. I am not surprised by that. You don't want to just give them that meatball tank that becomes a stat stick after a while. And Nasus, I don't particularly know the exact reason why that one was banned, but Skarner, I can definitely understand the reasoning of that being banned, especially when Vi attempts to go in or Rel goes in. Easily secured suppressions, all of that. You don't want that to happen. And so
Right.
Stoner Nation picking up the Corki. I finally get to witness an ADC Corki. This is gonna be fun. I've been wanting to see the changes. Like I witnessed it in like ARAM, but I've never seen it in Summoner's Rift so far. And I'm very curious as to how the changes have affected Corki into like this pure AD damage type of carry. And then we see, which is right now a little bit weaker, as Didi mentioned yesterday, but we do see the Kaisa picked up here for HYG. I'm very interested to see how they're gonna play this one particular for on hit, unless they're trying to go like an AD heavy top side, and then maybe they just anticipated going AP for Kaisa. But we do see the all right, so we're getting the hailstrom special right here with the Trundle. Uh, if we can't win all the fights, he's just gonna win by taking down your base.
Yep. Solid for the split push. Does solid in team fights. Just ult one of the tanks into a Poppy. Not terrible, but with that Q damage being pretty high for Poppy right now, can sometimes be annoying. But just got to play it to a couple items to where you're strong enough to either ignore Poppy and hit towers, or just wait till you can actually burn her down through that tankiness. But I really like both sides lineups. I think Star Nation had a lot of good answers. Like the Vigar and Deluxe is pretty safe for boosted and can provide that baby cage for the team. Like you said, we'll have to see how this Corki does. And I think a lot will be on Gragas to try to facilitate getting the team ahead. HYG kind of standard hyper carry in the Kaisa, so they're looking to protect her and then setting up for a potential 4-1 if they let Perfy split push.
So between these two compositions right now, I think I personally like Stoner Nations a little bit better, just because I'm not particularly well, that was okay. Sorry. That was a really crazy boom outside. But anyways, yeah, I'm not particularly sure how well Kaisa does in the current meta, so I don't know how that's gonna affect HYG. Because I know at one point she was a very oppressive carry. I don't know if she still has that type of power anymore. But if she does, then HYG's composition I definitely favor over Stoner Nation. But if we got the scaling pick in Vigar and then the hyper, I think Corki is kind of like more hyper carry now. So it's that just seems pretty interesting for Stoner Nation. They just seem like they have a really well versed comp.
Yeah, for sure. I like both comps, like I said. I know HYG's been playing pretty well, but Star Nation did win last week, so I don't really know who I think's gonna win, but I'm excited for the action. Hope it's plenty of kills for you to yell out over, and we can get plenty of these drinks coming in as we go through the game. And with that, we'll hop into game number 1.
In 3, 2, 1, we are in game. And before we get into game, don't forget, guys, if you do or are capable, be able to use your Prime subs here with us at Valhalla Esports and guarantee yourself 30 days of love with at least the casters.
For sure. Good call out. And good call there from Blitz. He was saying Perfy had played the Nasus in week 9, and it was against Stoner Nation, so they remembered it, just didn't want to play against it again, so that's why we saw that ban coming out.
Okay, cool. Thank you for honestly, I'm glad that we got people in the chat who have like some of the history behind like what happened in certain matchups, because like if we didn't have our Valhalla encyclopedias, what would we be? So I do like seeing that both these teams ended up oh, look at that, first stack for Vigar already. Nicely done, Boosted Sandwich. But
good thing we didn't say every stack somebody gets, otherwise we'd be on the floor by the end of this game for the Vigar.
I'm so glad we didn't have like a stacking rule, because then it'd be like, oh, we gotta. Who else is there any other stacks that go on in this game? I don't think so. I think it'd be Vigar.
Unless
that's still 3 stacks per minion. Oh, please, no one go Magi's. Go cull every minion. You gotta take a sip.
Oh god. But a nice line of scrimmage start from both sides. Get a little bit of poke from Boosted to get that early stacking, but nothing too bad.
I don't think the Lux is too worried about it. I'm very interested to see how Bonkers plays into Boosted. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. I'm sure that they put Bonkers on the Lux because it's just something of comfort for him. And I think I've seen him perform very well on the Lux previously beforehand. So they're gonna want to be very, very wary of those lasers coming down wherever she is. She doesn't necessarily have to like walk all the way down to be able to use it. So she, you know, she might have significant more roaming case better than Vigar will at some point. So that might actually be the advantage that HYG will have.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how this top lane goes as well. Gragas should be able to body slam and kind of negate anything Trundle wants to do for the most part. But if you do misplay it, Trundle can end up running you down.
Oh, we got the binding. Lands onto him. Both level 2 though. He doesn't go to the cage, so it's not going to really mean much. But still some nice little trades coming from all these teams actually. They've been trading in the bot lane, they've been trading up top side, they've been trading in the mid lane all game. We're just waiting for the junglers to somehow get involved.
And they did jungle a similar path. Vi skipped over to the camps, so should be looking for a gank a little quicker. Because it looks like Poppy's going for probably the full clear. Might get out those Krugs.
Perfect, getting really low.
And some good pressure here on Worthy Dust as well.
Well, we got the Rel backing here, which is... Oh, no, never mind. Marber staying. It's actually very funny because... yeah, because I was like, wait, I'm waiting for him to back, but I know Marber tends to roam a lot in his games, and that is something that's been very actually attuned to HYG's success is partially his roaming. Oh, we got a big... Come on. Dang it. We're not getting the first solo yet. Remember, guys, you could potentially have 2 drinks to do if there's a solo dolo and the first blood. But we might be able to get it here. Spoober manages the body slam in, but Boomstick is coming in to help up his top laner. Boomstick going in. This might not be the solo, but the first blood not going to get it as the ghost is activated by Perfy to be able to walk it out.
Good job to know he has to run away. Gragas took 2 tower shots, so should be a lot higher health.
EJ coming in from behind with the W jump right in the middle. Solo dolo first blood coming in from the flashing
solo there too.
What? There's 2? Well, I mean, he got it on his own. There was no assist that was there.
Okay, solo dolo.
So I don't think that counts, right? You know what? I'll let everyone do that one to their discretion. That one we could take to the discretion, but I didn't see an assist, so to me that counts as solo.
Yeah. Gotta do better. There's Spoobert, no assist. Come on now. But nicely played by them to get the dive off. Well played, Boomstick.
Boomstick doing the repeat gank, and it actually working out very well for them. Ultimately being able to get the kill onto Perfy, even though you would have wanted a little bit of credit onto Spoobert, but I think it's okay. They just want to gain that momentum, and Poppy already being everywhere and starting to get tanky early would definitely help to counter this Vi.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's even good because you already have the W to counter her. She can't even engage on you. She has to be very careful. So Blitz, I'm gonna say it's up to people's discretion for if it's 1 or 2, because technically Spoobert was in the vicinity, but he didn't get the assist, so I counted it as a solo.
According to Malco, it was a solo dolo, and he is the shoutcaster, so let's just say 2.
Alright, we'll go with 2. We'll go with 2.
Even though Boomstick was ganking. Hard. And now Blitzkrieg is flaming you, so it's called through.
Oh dang, we got another. By the end of this, I'm probably not even gonna know how to count. But that's the whole point, guys. Just have some fun, be safe.
3 it is. Hero 6 coming up for both the top laners. It'll be a point where if Trundle can get a good pillar after a body slam, might be able to run Gragas down. He also keeps taking these tower shots, which he really needs to watch out for.
Yeah, we got the big Lux ultimate coming out. TJ being there, forcing the flash out of boosted. That was a lot of damage for the level 1. Oh, what? Can we get the item check? W deflects the Vi Bolt Breaker, not able to go in. We're getting a lot of damage. Duck Butter Toast able to take out Marbra, but we're gonna see Jeffrey Crazy able to return a kill onto the jungler, and they continue to chase down Worthy Does. Flash in, getting the slow, missing the Qs, not gonna be able to get it. That could have been an insane double kill right there. Bonkers, but though I understand the pressure right there to try to get that. Still very well done by HYG to be able to dismantle that fight, but good job on Duck Butter Toast to be able to get a kill. But it's looking like HYG securing this Drake.
Braum had a near-death escape, so that's another drink for us.
Oh, that's right. He was definitely oh man, and they're about to get the Drake now too, so that's about to be another.
And an objective. 1 more.
Oh, but we got a Poppy going in immediately onto TJ, but Duck Butter Toast is here to assist this jungler. This is looking like 2 potential kills coming out. The heal being used by Duck Butter Toast, and that's going to be Slay on the TJ. Going to be able to get the big long-range snipe from Bonkers off to the top side, or off from the mid lane. And that, I actually am surprised that ended up hitting. I'm very surprised that ended up hitting.
Yeah, it was right on the edge, but good heads-up play from Bonkers to help his team out.
We're already at 5. Bonkers is doing a lot of damage only with the Lost Chapter too. That's did they buff Lux recently or something? Cask landed. Wow, okay, basketball trick shot right there.
They had buffed her a couple patches back, and she's just kind of been strong since then. Her passive damage got increased, I believe. Oh, maybe the dive. The ult's coming through from Perfy.
Yeah, that you don't want to try to fight Trundle under his turret while debuffed significantly. Spoobert though taking too many turret shots when he keeps doing these engages, but he's at least chunking out Perfy. We do have Vi coming up top side though, and there's no way Spoobert has the ability to escape. Immediately goes in, gets the kill. Perfy, nicely done to secure that, even though yeah, he did end up flashing. Goes in onto the Braum. CLG Worthy does, absorbing so much of this damage, and they're not really able to do too much to this Braum, but they're doing way more to Jeffrey Crazy, having to use the E to try to get away, but Boomstick is here, and he's gonna go in on you. Jeffrey Crazy able to take out CLG Worthy does, but at what cost? At what means? As the Duck Butter Toast able on the go on a killing spree with the Corki, and Boomstick securing the kill overall onto Jeffrey Crazy. So right now, both teams, even though it's relatively even, I feel that the overall advantage is probably on Stoner Nation side.
Yeah, they have the slight gold lead, so now about 500. 3 kills on the Corki, which is pretty huge, but Guys has got 2 herself. And Boomstick's just been doing a really good job making plays around the map for his team.
I do like the fact that Jeffrey Crazy is proving me wrong about the fact that Kaisa might not still be good, because he's still doing a decent amount of damage. Even with the Braum Unbreakable up, he still managed to get all the plasma stacks off, and that ended up still chunking him down a bit, so he could end up securing that kill before he went down as well. Cask into turret, going in. Spoobert now chasing down, wanting to go ahead and keep going in, but the Chomp making him deter. Decides to go away, and he does have that. He did get the press of the attack stacks also, so you don't want to keep fighting Trundle at that point anymore either.
Yeah, it was a really nice combo to get him under tower, but didn't quite have the damage for any kind of kill pressure.
But Spoobert definitely is, he's got him feeling some fear here. Perfy doesn't really like stepping up to the wave when he sees Spoobert right in front of him. Perfy does have his ult up, so if he wants to attempt to fight this, he might be able to if Spoobert decide, if, you know, Spoobert does mechanically something wrong. But he does have his jungler here. Does he have that warded? I don't think he does. Yeah, no, he's got to get that wave pushed in. Yep, go ahead, Perfy going in. I think Boomstick's just gonna take the risk of going in, trying to save his top laner. Tries to flash in, goes. Perfy has nowhere to run. Ulted up, Boomstick able to secure that kill with the hammer. Now we have the double stun being used. Not big time by CLG Worthy does. Marble now going down, but TJ's now here to help out his laners. Gonna be able to secure this kill? No. Braum might be able to barely get away, but the ult comes in from the Killer Instinct, flashes in, able to take him out. We do have more kills going away. Is it gonna be Vi getting away with a near escape for Vi? But we do have Boomstick being in another place in the right place, right time. So yes, we do have another drink because Vi did manage to get away barely. Like, I think that was probably like 90 health at most.
Six indeed. For Beard, if you're playing along, you can just do your dabs as we go along. Perfy with a little bit of free time getting some tower plates for himself, so despite being down a little bit in CS, getting those tower plates to help even it up. Get 3 of them, actually.
This is gonna honestly continue to be an extremely even game. Manages to once again Spoober on this Gragas with these trick shots of these casket or these Wow, is it cask?
Might be.
These casks are absolutely insane. These barrels, insane.
Solo
Solo Dolo. Going to the top side, but we got a mean old invade here from Stoner Nation into the bot side jungle of HYG, but the big lug laser landing on the 3 members, able to chunk them all down. TJ gonna be able to take out Boosted Sandwich as the Killer Instinct going, or not Killer Instinct, but the Kaisa going in at the top, able to take out Braum on the top side, and then also secure the kill right after as well on the onto the Vigard. We got a real nice fight there by HYG, able to bring the gold lead back within 300 and securing another objective right here with the drink.
Sure, for sure, and get that 1 extra drink from Spearbird's kill on Perfy.
So yeah, we're sitting at about, we're sitting at 7, waiting for the Drake. That's another.
Nice binding time. Gets them right off the TP. But yeah. The lane going about as expected. Gragas is able to be very annoying for Trundle in lane. Trundle just kind of has to farm out and try to be that side push annoyance leader.
I honestly was not expecting this just from a Roa and tier.
DC, I assume they paused, but we don't have to worry about it because we're in a VOD.
Yeah, but there we go, so.
DCs. All the DCs.
Perfy left the game.
Luckily, you don't have to do any waiting since this is a replay.
I know, I almost completely forgot that this was a replay for a second, and I was like, oh, we're gonna have to wait for a pause, but then I was like, yeah, no, we're good.
Except for we don't.
Boober on this Gragas. I'm saying ban this next game. Ban that Gragas next game. That is absolutely crazy to see how oppressive that is. Especially when you consider how oppressive Trundle has been in our league in general.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good counter pick for Trundle. We'll have to see how he does in late game team fights. If he's really effective at blowing up the carries, then yeah, definitely worth a ban. If it's only annoying in lane, maybe you're okay with it. We'll have to see how the rest of the game goes.
Well, we just saw the TP come in, so they just end up on the back behind them. The cast going in, using the Killer Instinct to escape. Flash, heal, everything being used. And they're just trying to completely ignore Marbra. They want Jeffrey crazy instead, and they're able to get him. But now they're trying to chase down Marbra even more. Manages to land the Q, gonna be able to deter them off. Nicely done with the stun. Barely getting away. That wasn't under 100 health, though, so we should be good on that one. But that was absolutely insane and nicely done by Spoobert to TP down and be able to help his team.
Yeah, for sure. Good proactive play, had the flank, and well played by Mabra to make it out alive. This looks like we're getting close to having some towers fall, so those will be some more objectives for us.
And when Void Grub's being taken now for the side of Stoner Nation, that does at least give them a little bit of advantage taking these turrets. Before it was only the side of HYG that ended up having it, but now both teams should have the capability of at least doing some damage to these turrets and pushing them down.
Rift
Blue
Herald
team
goes
though.
Down, so that's one more. And
That
we
was
should also have one
extremely
for
quick.
each of the groups of 3 of the Void Grubs. So technically our total should be 10 now. Looking like 11 once this tower falls.
Everyone, we meant it when we were saying it's a real Saturday night. Enjoy some games, enjoy some drinks,
11.
enjoy whatever your choice is. 11 right here, but we do have the engage on the Spoobert. They're finally trying to get the revenge on him. He's been so oppressive in this lane, but in a 1v2 situation, it ain't working as Perfy's able to take that kill.
Yep, well played by them. Good job to keep him in place. Spoobert probably should have ran away once he saw the rift getting dropped, but wanted to defend that tower.
Uh-oh. Boomstick's on him, but it's just a support in the jungle versus the jungle on top side. What are you gonna do, though? Even though you do see Perfy getting slain by the Boomstick as he gets taken down there so quickly. TJ trying to be able to get at least 1 kill to take with him, trying to take Boomstick out, but we just see Worthy Dust ends up getting the final stack or the final hit and taking that kill. Another turret
tower
does fall.
And the bot tower fell, so that's +3 right there. So we're up to 14 now, I believe.
Seriously, everybody, please be careful. Drink responsibly.
Don't do this game with shots.
Yeah, no, not with shots. Not with shots at all. Maybe take a sip of a beer.
If you're doing it with
nice
shots,
mixed drink.
space it out between a lot of water.
Please. Like, this is one of those one of those drinking games in this sense. I did not think it would actually be this. I didn't think we'd be 14 drinks in at 16 minutes.
made a lot of rules, so that helps it out. As we see some more skirmishing in this top lane. We're ulting to get away.
I'm actually surprised to see how less of a health pool Perfy has in comparison to Spoober, but then I look at the items and I'm like, oh, wait a second, makes sense when you're going up against a Titanic Hydra versus Roa, but Spoober now having to attempt to fight this out, and he's technically still winning the fight, trying to outlast the press the attack stacks, but this is where the Trundle finally gets his solo dolo, winning that top side. Take another drink for him as Perfy slays him.
Yeah, that was kind of what I meant, where Gragas should be able to always escape, but if you mess up, Trundle can kill you pretty easily.
Oh, that was a nice engage by Marbra, immediately getting so many people in the middle, but Boomstick able to take them out with the shutdown. As HYG is able to go in on the rest of the members, they lose one, but at what cost for the rest of them on the side of Stoner Nation, all losing their lives, all attempting to try to set up for this Hextech Drake, and they end up losing it all. Shutdown gold actually goes to, I believe, the Kaisa as well for killing the Corki, so that's going to be huge as they begin to also secure this next objective as they get the Hextech.
Have we counted any of the other dragons? I don't think we saw them.
No, we did.
So, oh, we did? Okay, +1 then.
Hailstorm's trying to kill you all.
Just wait till I start flaming myself in chat.
Oh, jeez.
This guy can't even count.
The guy thinks that we haven't done the 3 Drakes yet. That was the one thing I was actually paying attention to, was the Drakes for Roy Grubbs. Like, I'm like, let me make sure I don't forget that. As Spoobert goes ahead and uses the ultimate to get away, or to at least cast him away. Doesn't end up working as well as he was hoping, but instead Marbra shows up, Spoobert continuing the chase. I'm surprised that he wants to continue to take this fight in a 1v2 as 2 more members are converging onto Spoobert. This is a big mistake, immediately onto him, but instead it's gonna be a big damage onto him from the Lux Laser coming out from behind, but TJ is still on that bumper, trying to catch on to him. Rel manages to land on top of somebody, but the big block of the W from the Poppy, able to stop any more engages. Boomstick now able to take out Marbra and completely stops the engage from the side of HYG. Getting over on the other side, Boomstick nicely done to avoid any other gates. Wants to try to go in, but nice snare by the Lux, able to use the W, steadfast into it, able to stun him against the wall, forces the flash out of Jeffrey. Crazy, gonna continue more as these big snares keep coming out from the Lux. Another ultimate right there. Not gonna be able to secure any damage onto anybody, but at least stops the fight.
I think Blitz is correct, but we only missed one of the towers, the tier 2 top, so +1 for that tower going down. Another DC that we don't have to worry about. Should have included DCs in the list.
They're so not common, but here we go. About to get another kill as Boomstick, nope, manages to walk away ever so barely, but the Rel really wants him.
That's, I think that's 100 at one point. That's +1.
That's another one right there. I was actually surprised to see that the Rel wasn't able to do the like last tick of damage with something, but I think it's because he missed a Q.
Might have been. Oh, I think the Q ate the shield, and then Boomstick got a heal from the, what is this item called? Sundered Sky.
I freaking hate that item.
Hey,
Boomer's just eagerly awaiting.
Oh. Nice ult into the cask and the knockup.
He's literally practiced that way too much, but it wasn't enough as Perfy just walks up to the little scuttle crab and just starts trying to lifesteal off of it. Now going ahead and fight him, ghosting to chase him down. Spoobert not knowing what to do. Is that gonna be a solo dolo down in the bot side? Is that the Baron? Red team steals the Baron. I'm taking 2 for that one.
And
for
solo
a Baron steal. Solo dolo on the bot side, make it 3 for me at least. Oh man, that's absolutely insane. And stolen by the Corki. That's what's even crazier. Or was it Poppy that stole that?
Poppy.
I thought it was Corki, or Corki just ended up getting the kill at the end. But still, either way, absolutely insane to be able to steal that Baron, and Boomstick once again walking away with literally under 100 health right there.
Yeah, we'll just say steals count for 2 for objectives. So put it at 19. And yeah, this is the issue. Spoobert's doing really good trades into Trundle with the Gragas, but then he keeps fighting. Gragas can only trade quickly and then has to walk away. If you do an extended trade with Trundle, he's just gonna kill you.
Okay, so here's
especially once the phase rush runs off, then you can't just walk away.
and then here's something else I'm seeing. The Vygar's current build isn't really for the damage; it's more the utility survivability tank build because you see the Seraph's done, and then you see the Rod of Ages.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kind
kind
of
of
what Deity mentioned in the cast yesterday. We're hoping we'll see the Death Cap
Death Cap.
third, but if he doesn't, goes for more utility, we'll just be missing out on a lot of value.
And as we do see HYG now engaging, boosted sandwich caught in the middle, drawn in immediately by the Rel ultimate, Braum ultimate then used, trying to protect the rest of the users, but Vi goes in, selects one, and boosted has been sent to the gray screen, but now the rest of HYG has to run away as Boomstick is showing up, trying to chase down HYG Marbra. He's too slow to be able to walk away, tries to get the stun, but we do see Bonkers able to take out Duck Butter Toast in the top, and that other side there, but Boomstick's going to be able to get that kill on the Marbra and walk away, both teams losing, I believe, 2 members. In the extended fight, overall lost 2 members, but then oh, they might end up losing 3 if they get their way right now with HYG now chasing down CLG Worthy does. That might be another kill. Once again, Jeffrey Crazy able to take it, going on a killing spree. Boomstick now being chased down. Killer Instinct used. Plasma stacks all done. Double kill from the Kaisa as Perfy still pushing up this top lane. Spoobert, you can't win this fight anymore.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where Perfy got enough kills, he can ignore the Gragas and just kill things. And right now, phase rush is down, so Perfy could actually just chase him. Nice ult. Oh, the Philly's on the wrong side and he dies. Almost had him. Nicely played Spoobert for the solo dolo +1.
We're at 20 now, guys. So what? At this point, can we?
And another tower, so plus another one.
You think we could hit? You think that by the end of this game we could hit a drink per minute?
It's definitely possible. We'll count the Nexus as the major objective going down.
Oh, we have to.
Got to.
Got to.
We just need Perfy to stay in the side lane and keep getting solo kills if we want to get there, really.
I'm actually very curious to see how brave this Kaisa is. Because now we're starting to see her go more towards the AP route. She probably already has the Q and the E advance already done, so I'm expecting the W to be the last one to finish off after the Nashor's Tooth, it looks like.
Yeah, I think if Vi or Poppy find a good engage on Corki or Vygar, she can be pretty brave, because she gets that big shield that does a lot of damage right now with those 8 kills.
Yeah, it's actually kind of scary. And what's even surprising is that she's getting a lot of these last hits with no collector either. So that's already the Kaisa showing up right now. I'm glad to see that Kaisa is actually still decent to use in this current meta. I've always loved Kaisa. She's one of my favorite AD carries. But it's just great to see that we see Boomstick instead engaging on the TJ, immediately goes in, but you can't stop the Vi ultimate, and that's gonna be your life as Jeffrey Crazy goes unstoppable. Lux ultimate used, Vi going in with the Volt Breaker. Oh, a Killer Instinct immediately catches another member, double kill as they kill CLG Worthy does. Nicely done, Jeffrey Crazy. Spoobert now this time going in, Perfy looking to try to make a solo dolo happen in that top side. He wants to make you guys drink a little bit more, but he decides to stop chasing, and instead they decide to make you drink with a towel.
Ooh, the flashing as well. Jeffrey Crazy's feeling himself and gets taken out.
Shut down right there. Will we count that as a solo dolo? Not a single other assist?
I believe another dragon went down, so that's +1 again.
Oh, yep, and they ended up securing the soul as well.
As well as, what, that 2-2 mid died. And the top tower died, so that's actually +3 overall.
I don't know if you want to count this, but Corki did secure on his own the shutdown onto Kaisa.
I didn't see if it was solo or not, but yeah, let's count it. Sure, 25.
I didn't see any assist on the play card, so I didn't see no other portraits. It was nobody else's scores that went up. It was only Corki.
You call it the solo dolos, I'll believe it. Well played there. Really scary now for the side of Stoner Nation. Hextech Soul is so ridiculously strong, and HYG with this hyper-fed Kaisa, who's ready to jump in and just blow people up. You saw how fast Boomstick died from those stacks. Just doesn't matter how tanky he is with the Kaisa.
That's what's actually crazy to me, to see all 4 of the plasma stacks just boom, and then it just once they explodes. I didn't expect that much damage to come out on onto Poppy of all things.
Well, Kaisa is a very known tank shredder. Anytime I play a tank top and then I'm against a Kaisa, if they get big, I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna do nothing this game. Because they just shred tanks so fast. And don't even have to buy any armor shred just because of the passive.
I really like that so much, and it'll just be so much more fun. Like, she already has the 3 items that she needs. At this point, she can just build, for her last 2 items, she can just build whatever she feels. Perfy now just pacing them down. Boober might be able to get away this time, though.
Still had the phase rush, so able to walk away, but he still goes back in with the phase rush
puts
down.
Himself on the... Spoomer really understands what he's doing on this champion, but now having a flash away, Seraph's shield being used, but Perfy able to chase him down. Not gonna be able to do it anymore. Why did you... No, the auto! You could have just kept walking away. Okay, yeah, we're good.
It's just anytime his phase rush is down, he needs to be a lot more respectful, especially with the Trundle being threatened now.
This was not good right here as they were able to engage onto it. Big Lux ultimate not gonna land onto anybody, but Kaisa now going into the back line? Wait, oh, there we go. The killer instinct used right there. Duck Butter Toast though able to take out HYG Harbor. This is not looking good for the side of HYG as they do end up losing 2 members, which ends up being at least one of the carries. That's the 3rd carry going down as Boomstick ends up taking that kill, but TJ now looking to take out the jungler. You both need to walk away. Don't lose your lives here. There's no need to. You both just ended up going even in that fight. Just go ahead and take the loss there. Actually, you ended up winning because you only lost 2 members.
I just Dragon's ult is like always up, but takes the tower, +1 drink, might get the solo dolo as well.
That's about to be 2. And
+2. Can he get any more as they come to fight him?
I don't think they can fight this Trundle. I don't think they want to walk up to him. Nope, that's don't do this. Please, Perfy, don't do this to us, Perfy. Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. They just gonna keep walking up.
+2. 2 more solo dolos.
Jeez, I love all the pings. Just everyone's like, Baron, now.
Yeah, just 2 tanks going to fight a Trundle who has a lot of healing. If Boomstick had hit that stun, they probably kill him. Unfortunate for him, it missed, and Perfy gets to reap the rewards of that.
I'm sick. I'm sorry. That was absolutely insane to watch. Because I want you to understand, this Trundle at one point was 0-3.
And a Baron +1. Up to 29. Up to 1 per minute right now.
Jeez, guys. Were you guys expecting this? I think they're trying to make it above 1 per minute because they're heading straight to the Elder Drake.
Yep, going for that Elder is where if Stone Nation wants to turn around, could be a big steal, a big turn for them.
Oh, that's a big landing. Manages to chunk them down to 1/3 of their health. Boosted now having to walk away, but Boomstick is now here to be able to help his teammates. Going in, gets the 3-man knockup. Thank you for pointing that out. But by in the background is Jeffrey Crazy able to take out Boomstick. No jungler for you. Duck Butter Toast though, returning the favor as Boosted Sandwich gets taken out. But so is the rest of the members of Stoner Nation falling and just not being able to do anything.
Taking down the towers.
Situation.
Do the Trundle thing.
Take down the rest of these towers. Potentially get another solo dolo. Take another tower and then end the game. He's trying to do it. Oh, never mind. He can't get the solo dolo no more. The rest of his team is here to help. But now the towers go down. Perfy just continuing to heal, and that's about to be the next.
+3 for the Nexus.
GG's as the first game goes over to the boy band HYG. Oh shit.
I believe we ended at 32 in 30 minutes.
So that's what 1.34 with 3 for Nexus. All right, so that is literally Nexus? 1 point. That's like 1 per minute. That's actually insane.
I didn't even know we said that.
I think you called it out and then just like kind of forgot that was the rule we kind of set for a second.
It sounds like me. Well, we're having a good time.
Anymore. Please stop.
I can't smoke anymore. Beard, you're gonna be as high as you've ever been. Come on now. Go start eating. Go start eating edibles. You can like pop in an edible every time. You got one. You got a couple more games to make it through.
I just want to say that this game was so much fun. I know we had like some little extra fun rules and things added on to the game itself, but that was a lot of fun. I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but that game was a lot of fun to cast. It was a lot of fun to watch. Both the teams were just like, it was a constant like little back and forth, especially in like the early game where both the teams never really gave each other a lead. Both these 80 carries, we thought, like, I was like, oh, Corky's doing well, but then here's Hailstrom, like, yeah, but don't forget about Jeffrey Crazy over
That's
here,
what I just
who's
said.
2-1 versus the 3-0 Corky. And I'm like, all
Oh
right,
no,
so this is about to really be a battle of the bot lanes.
I said +3 because I did +1 for the tower, +2 for the tower, +3 for the Nexus. So it was one for each, but we'll take it. It's 3 for the Nexus from now on.
3 for the game's end, and then whatever team you were cheering on, or whatever, take a drink in celebration, or take a drink in disappointment. It's whatever you want. It's your choice.
It's up to you. And as always, if you need to, just sub in water every once in a while as needed.
Please do.
But got that game one victory at HYG. What do you want to see change up for game number 2? Stone Nation still had a pretty competitive game. How do you think they can pull it back and
I
force it to game 3?
Spoobert be on a slightly more competitive top laner if they have something for him. I believe when Spoobert was on Demonic Nation for a little bit, I believe he also played things like Darius and stuff like that. So I would like to see if Spoobert does have that
Aaron's
capability,
just
just
smoke.
change that up a little bit. Go ahead and just put Spoober on something a little bit more self-sufficient, but at the same time able to carry in that top side. Like if you're not gonna ban the Trundle and you choose to combat it, at least give him something to combat it. Maybe save the counter pick for him, and then I don't think the rest of the teams really need to do anything. The game still felt very, very even. Like between both the junglers, they felt like they were even in the jungle presence. I felt that the mid laners were, maybe Vygar could have been a little bit more present, but when it came to team fights, he was there. So like Lux just has the ability to be more long range, so we can kind of count Lux a little bit better in that sense. But
Right.
like you could just easily ban out Lux if you really need to, and don't allow Bonkers that comfort and force him onto something that's gonna be a little bit more, either like a little bit more uncomfortable for him, or is gonna make him actually have to roam and be away from lane and suffer consequences of leaving lane for a lot longer. And for the bot lanes, this is such a competitive game. That's all I can really say, and so it's really hard to pinpoint exactly what teams should change. But both the teams felt so even up and until when HYG finally opened up the game a bit and Perfy started to be able to really start beating down in the solo lanes. It became the Trundle show for a little bit, and then Kaisa came online, and it just went all from there. So I don't think they necessarily really need to change too much. I just think that they have to be careful, just tighten up their mid game play, and in their team fights, just try not to get caught out in certain situations. If you really are worried about certain things, ban out the Lux so then you're not dealing with that high artillery damage mage. If you really want to get rid of anything else, maybe ban the Trundle so you guys don't have that split push threat to deal with.
Mama didn't raise no bitch. There you go, Beard.
Yeah.
I agree with all that. We'll see what they want to go with as we'll hop on into draft number 2. I'll let you run with it for a little bit. I'm going to refill everything since that game used up a fair amount for me.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So now we are going right now into game 2 of HYG versus Stoner Nation. First ban from the side of HYG going to be the Malzahar. Stoner Nation then responding with an Ashe ban. I really do like some of these picks. Again, we're repeating some of them from the last game. Udyr once again in this game being banned. Don't want to allow that actually really strong jungler for Boomstick to be able to use. Or even Spoobert to use in the top side, because I've seen him be a really strong top laner. We do then see the Aurelion Soul once again being banned. Don't want to be able to give that away to Bonkers. The Gragas this time being banned by HYG. They said they do not want to deal with that from Spoobert. So Spoobert probably going to be put onto something a little bit more carry oriented up in that top side, unless they want to put him on the tank duty. But I don't think they're going to really do that. And Caitlyn then being picked up or being banned by Stoner Nation once again. And HYG being able to pick up the Lux once again for themselves, and that was able to work even if it didn't secure all the kills. The damage coming out from that laser, we literally watched it 2/3 chunk a Vygar with just a laser alone. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this goes. But Stoner Nation, I believe Jhin was banned last game, so that's actually going to be very interesting to see Stoner Nation now being able to pick up the Jhin for themselves. And now we just wait for the next pick. I'm wondering if they're just going to go straight for their bot lane here. We do see the Galio, though, picked up. I'd like to see that. That's a good response. If they needed more roaming power, they needed somebody to be quicker to help, Galio is definitely something that they can utilize to be able to be in more places at once. And I feel like having that slow type of walking mage with the Vigar was definitely something that they couldn't really make full use of. HYG then responding by picking up the Lucian for the bot lane. The Kai'Sa not banned, but they decide that they want to go the Lucian route for their bot lane carry, which would be very, very interesting against the Jhin.
I'm back.
Hey, we got the Hailstrom back. Welcome,
Um,
welcome, sir.
I'm a little bit surprised they banned out the Gragas because it seemed like it was annoying early for Perfy, but still ended up like going really well his way near the end. So
I
could have
think it's
just
because
left
they're
it up for the same matchup.
and we do get a classic combo here though, with HYG picking up the Braum to finish off the Lucian Braum combo. So I'm really excited for that. And Stoner Nation picking up their support in the Rakan. That I'm a little bit worried about because again, like even though he can easily escape, it's a very, very telegraphed type of support where he's gonna be going. So if you just aim for where he's anticipated to go, it's kind of like easy to maybe be able to land some stuff on him, be able to stun him up, and then he won't be able to easily get away. But I think HYG is just trying not to have to go the Trundle route again.
Nasus ban once again. I mean,
Yep. So,
I
and then
don't
the
really see
Darius
why
ban.
you don't want to go Trundle again. It worked well game one. If they're gonna let you have it, may as well do it again. But
And see, like, I find this really funny. I called out the Darius as one of the things I wanted to see from Spoobert potentially, and it ends up actually
banned
getting
away.
banned this round. And then they also banned the Skarner, which is another potential really strong top lane
But
and jungle pick.
they also take
Um,
out the Vi. I feel like that one's a good one. Vi was very good at setting up a lot of those team fights for them. And the Kindred pickup for Stoner Nations, looking for the carry jungler.
okay, that should be pretty interesting, especially if she can get her marks and just have to have that presence on the map. Boomstick was definitely a lot of places in that last game as that Poppy, so I wouldn't be surprised if the
Ooh,
being
and the
on the
Briar.
Kindred is going to be good for her or good for him. And that is Briar picked up. I have not seen a Briar in forever, basically since like really her release. So that'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah, just still pretty solid. Once she gets ahead, can be very strong. And the Shen pickup for Perfy, still very good at the side laning and can ult slash TP to a lot of team fights. So really good at pressuring while also being able to join team fights pretty easily. Um, I think Star Nation
Bonkers
really
and
wants a
laser.
tank top right now, just since they have the Kindred. Ooh, the Gwen looking for the counter for the lane, but I don't know how well it works with the team cohesion because like now you have a bunch of carries, but not as much setup. So you just kind of need your carries to be ahead if you want this one to work. So we'll have to see how they can play it.
I'm actually really excited to see
Damn
how this
laser.
one ends up playing out. The
Bonkers ass
Shen and then the
laser.
Gwen being picked up. Okay, so I do like this from HYG because now they also have another global presence all over the map alongside the Lux being able to slightly roam up and being a partial global presence. So this is, and then wait, isn't Briar global as well? So wow, they actually
Yeah,
have some really good global presences on the map for HYG. So they gotta, I really want to say that they need to be careful.
Bordom is here.
Braum is here. I'm actually really excited for that because that the Lucian Braum combo is a classic one that's been around for literally since their inception. So this is gonna be really fun to be able to watch and see how this goes.
Yeah, as long as they're landing their ults, a lot of dive coming through from HYG, and they can kind of pop up from nowhere. Stern Nation now kind of set up with the 4-1 team fight slash split push comp. You want that Gwen to get ahead of Shen and be able to push down those towers.
No,
Um,
exactly.
Normally, if you want to do something like that, you have a 4-man comp who can fight pretty well, which they can, assuming Kindred or Jhin are big enough where the setup from Galio and Rakan will net you kills, or at least counter engage kills. But I feel like Southern Nation has to be ahead for this comp to work, so we'll have to see how the early
That's
game goes for them.
that's what I was concerned about, especially if they end up going the AP Galio route instead of the tank Galio route. That could prove to also be an issue. So there might be, but I think because they picked up the Gwen for the top side, they're expecting a more tanky Galio. So hopefully that's the case. But I'm like you said, I think they need to get really ahead for this to actually work in their favor. So I think in the meantime we can get right into game, but it's probably I don't want to say it's going to be a 2-0, but HYG is looking really strong from their team comp.
Spoilers. Let me get it loaded up real quick, and we'll jump right on into the game. See if Stoner Nation can pull back and force the Silver Scrapes.
That would be fun. I would love to see these guys. Like right now, this is the game I'm expecting to go to a game 3, and it's the one that I want to see like absolutely go berserk. You know, like I want to see them go absolutely crazy. I want to see 2 kills per minute, guys. This is casting is my drug. Feed it to me.
At least. And now that we see all the HYG boys here, if you'd like to join us, this is our current drinking game for the night for the streams. So keep an eye out for all the rules to pop off. And last time you gave us about 34 drinks, so we'll look to at least get that much this game.
And that's over a drink per minute, by the way. So we were attempting to cast at the same time. It was you guys are awesome. I just want to say like for that particular like game, that was very, very fun. And this is like I love this league.
Well,
in general,
you know,
like you guys are awesome to cast.
Mr. I like my liver.
It's
Also,
been
now
really
you're in
exciting
chat.
game
You can make your own references to you all being a boy band and force us to have even more. So
that's +1.
It's on you. Oh yeah, that was me. +1. As we see, both junglers starting the bot side. Gonna be pathing the same way as game number 1. Bonkers, or no, Boomstick was able to get some kills on the top side, so he was able to repeat that once again.
I strangely feel like the kill pressure is significantly on for the bot lanes at least. I think HYG has the better kill pressure just due to the fact that the lockup CC that could potentially come out of the Braum.
Right. I mean, Gwen should do pretty well into the Shen. It's just the empowered autos you have to worry about, but anytime you have the force stack on the Q, you can look for a trade. That's generally pretty good for Gwen.
And then for the mid lane matchup, Lux, just be ready to use your Qs whenever Galio goes in. I do like the fact that the Lux is using First Strike instead of going like something like Comet or Airy or anything, or Dark Harvest or anything, or Electrocute, just for the sheer fact that it's easy to kind of be able to get that damage off, even though it's not going to proc right there because the Galio managed to get his little wind thing off on him first, the Q off onto Lux first. Jeffrey Crazy has been unfortunately having some crazy DC issues, but if they're winning through that, dang, that's crazy. He DC'd I think 3 times last game, so to have the ability to DC 3 times and still win and he played very, very well in that Kai'Sa too. So I don't know.
I thought the DC rule would only be good if Kid Buu was in the game, but Jeffrey Crazy's trying to take his title as a DC master.
Oh, he was like DC half the time in these games. Jeez. See, that's why I'm really happy we're doing VODs, because...
Luckily, as an ADC, you just have to right-click, so it doesn't matter if you're DC'd or not.
As long as you know where they might be, you know, you can still auto-attack somehow.
Hey, well, this one you bought T1. Classic.
Bluebird. Don't forget, guys, if you do get a solo kill does happen and it's a first blood, that's 2 drinks. So be prepared. You think we had that happen last game?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's right. This time we're actually gonna wait for a legitimate one. No one in the vicinity. Like I was calling it for the assist card, but
Briar's top. I'm ready for the solo dolo.
All right, no solo dolo this time. He's actually chasing him down. No flash to be used here. The ghost is being used. First blood given over to the side of HYG. Nicely done by TJ to be there on time. Galio though going immediately right in, lands the taunt, gets so much damage, but boosted taking a lot of damage from Bonkers. If he had one more spell rotation, that actually could have been the end of that Galio there. So, but Boomstick, hold on. He sees the target, but it's not gonna be able to really do much. Just get him off and get some of the get some lane pressure. That's really all I can say. I don't know why I'm trying to add extra fluff in there for no reason.
Gets a little bit of poke down. does what he can, but this time TJ going up the top side, able to pick up that kill for Perfy and himself.
Man, that's the last thing you want right there is to get stunned. Okay, he managed to go back in. That's good, but
Very good dash back, stay safe.
if they managed to get that one more auto in there before he dashed back, that could have been bad. Because the cooldown on the second dash of the E for Rakan is actually a lot shorter than most people think it is.
Yep. I don't know how Blitz is doing. He's not posting the count for us anymore, but he had sent me a picture earlier. He was drinking a 12% beer as we went through it. So
Oh.
I'm sure he's fine, but give him your best wishes.
I mean, we're already at 2, I think, because we had the reference and the first blood. So, you know, we're going a little bit slower right now, only at about 0.5 per minute, so we're good.
Probably in the ER.
I hope
nah,
not.
he's fine. Worst case, he's worshipping at the porcelain toilet. Or porcelain throne.
You know, saying that he'll never do this again.
Very good. Oh,
I keep saying that about League.
Drops the ult.
I don't think it's gonna really mount to too much. Gets all 3 of the stacks off on him. Gets a lot of damage. I think that might be under 100 health for a tank right there.
Nah, that was 200.
That wasn't? Okay.
Each little tab on the health bar is 100 health. And he had 2 left.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I thought I only saw 1. That's why I was like, uh-oh.
Pretty well done by Spivert. When Gwen has her ultimate is when she's scary early until you get items. Good idea to look for the shed.
So much onto him. That might be Jeffrey Crazy's life. Flashed in. Boom. Duck Butter Toast. Able to take that kill onto the enemy AD carry. But caught in the middle of the jungle right there. It's got to be Boomstick Perfy able to take that out. Marbra going to also end up losing his life though as he tries to attempt to take out Worthy. Does not going to be able to do it knowing that the cleanse being used. Is he going to get into the auto range?
Not enough.
No, he's not.
Both of them survive with sub 100 health +2.
So we're sitting at about 4 drinks.
Hey, Malco's got the count going on now.
Gotta make sure we keep up with it, man. They're trying to, like I said, I need them
Void
to
Grab's
get
getting
that.
started up. I'm not going to miss it this time. TJ taking 1 down, taking 2 down. Once the start goes down, that'll be 1 more.
We're get ready for 5, everybody. Just
Kindred
get
also
anticipated
starting
for
up
5.
the first dragon, so we're looking at 2 more coming up real quick.
This is all right. So they're ramping it up now.
Dragon going the way of Stoner Nation. A good trade across the map, good cross map play. We'll see which one ends up being more useful. Not as much of a split push worry with the Shen, but still can do a lot of damage to those towers since you can be the annoying side laner while being able to TP to fights.
Honestly, it could prove to actually be annoying because he can permanently split push. He has a double TP when you think about it.
Yeah,
so
if you have a Shen with 6 grubs, which like obviously isn't there yet, let's see if Stoner Nation takes the next 3, but if he has those, even though he'll be mostly tanky, he will do a lot of damage to these towers.
I would like to say also this time, it's definitely more of a lead in the favor of HYG this time, even though it's only a 700 gold lead. It was not, or no, yeah, 700 gold. Beforehand though, it did not work out that way. Like, they were all sitting at like 300 to 400 gold, but it was constantly switching back and forth in game 1. It's looking like HYG is trying to really take more control of this game from the early start and keep it going, which is what they've been known as for their team in general, and I've called it out a lot, that they are really, really good in their early game. TJ likes to be all over the place, and it just generally works out for them, and they used to just not be very good at translating it. He ends up getting used, a lot of damage being dropped on the boosted sandwich there, but also Marbra losing a lot of health as well. But I was saying, like, HYG, they tend to have really, really good early games. They used to not be really, really good with the mid games, and it usually made it so that they couldn't really win in the late game. But now, there he goes, he's back. But now it's
trying to proxy. A little odd. It will be dangerous if Briar ever shows up.
But I was saying now, HYG clearly made a real evolution this entire season and has been able to become a much better team overall. Briar now sitting
I checked
right
on Blitz.
here.
He's putting his daughter to sleep, so no worries, no worries.
Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. I like the fact that Briar is here. Like, can just use the long range ultimate to just engage onto Jhin. He has no flash or cleanse. He can't really get away.
Yeah, so whenever she sat in that bush, and with Jeffrey Crazy a little low, if they baited Worthy Dust into trying to engage, they could potentially go for that 3v2. But opts to walk away, playing it safe, just still farming.
I would say be careful because look who's posturing in the in the bot side river. We do have the Galio sitting there, so it could be risky.
Mark. Let's see if Shen ults up and how the fight goes.
Yeah, it's probably gonna have to if he wants to be able to save TJ, but maybe TJ's. Oh no, that was a little late. I wish he was able to call that a lot sooner. Wait, is that actually gonna land on somebody? No, it did not, unfortunately. Bonkers, though, gonna have to be forced to flash. Now taunting, 3 members landing right onto him. Tries to get the ult off, but not soon enough. Gonna also get the ult out of Rom, but that's gonna be the kill going over to the Galio.
I was gonna say, when the ult came through from the Briar, since the shield was wearing off, Bonkers might have just wanted to tank it to get the kill, because Briar had like 200 health. But dodges it, and ends up getting picked up by the enemy collapse. Now Spoober Boomstick looking for this fight in the top lane.
Oh man, this is crazy now to see it now get flipped on its head, and we do see Stoner Nation finally being able to take some of the lead back. But also, they're starting to put that pressure on that they needed to be putting on HYG in this early game, because again, they are a very early game oriented team. They are very, very good at the laning phase. So you need to try to disrupt what they're really, really good at. And if they have really good laning phases, well, this is going to be very difficult to win this game. As we do see Perfy showing no fear, able to land that taunt onto her, going invulnerable now. But we do have TJ making his way up towards the top side, going to be able to chase down the Gwen. She does not have Ghost anymore, so she can't really get away. Can only go invulnerable one more time if she ends up having it. Not able to do anything, dashes away. Perfy, though, going to be able to secure that kill. 2-0-1. On this Shen right now.
Yes, KB, we are drinking. You've been missing out. As the Void Groves get started up once again, once these 3 fall, we'll add it to +1, be up to 7 drinks. If you really want to catch up, KB, we had about 34 in the first game, so you do you.
And I think we're sitting at about 7 now.
Yeah, 7 now with the Void Groves falling. Dragon coming up to potentially give another with a nice bind.
Nicely done to land. Nice knockup, but not going to land onto everybody. Manages to get some targets down as Bonkers ends up getting charmed up by the Rakan. But it's not going to really be able to do anything else. Just going to cause both the teams to back off one another. HYG once again back in the gold lead.
It's not 34 shots, KB. It's 34 just like sips of a drink. So
puffs.
You do the math however you need to do it to catch up if you're doing shots.
Put it this way, it's a very rare occasion that I will ever drink. I'm not a drinker, it's very rare, but I thought this was a special occasion, and I've never gotten to drink on cast, so why not? 34 shots, got it. You know what?
Looks like the Dragon's about to get started up by HYG as well. It won't be another Hextech Soul, as this is the second Dragon, so we'll see what Soul comes up once they take this one. Boomstick's in the area, might be able to steal it away.
Yep, and he's definitely going to want to try to get this. Here comes the Galio ulti in, manages to avoid it all. But Boom Team able to take that as we see the culling come out from Lucian, getting a lot of damage right on the Boomstick, and he's going to end up losing his life. Lucian able to take that kill. No other teammates have fallen, but they're continuing to chase. The Galio is now being taken down, stunned up, and boom, gone. That is going to be TJ taking that kill as Boosted Sandwich goes to the gray screen and is sent back to the base.
And that's +2 for us. No, +1, because HYG did not allow the steal, so they got it normally. Somebody call an ambulance for KB preemptively as he's about to do 34 shots.
I mean, he has to do, what, 37, 38?
If we added them all up, we'd be at 42.
So yeah, he needs to, so yeah, we're at 8 right now. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you want to catch up, 42. The meaning of life.
Yeah. How about you can divide it by like 8, so do like 5 shots. You'll be good.
There you go. 5 back to back to back to back. You'll be Gucci. Caught up in no time.
Yeah. We don't want to see our favorite Poppy player end up in the ground.
KB, did you at least see that there was a Poppy last game? I gotta point it out every time.
Jungle Poppy nonetheless. That's alright. Catch it on the VODs. we'll be sure to post them for you.
That game actually was, like I said, it was a lot of fun to be able to cast that game. Yeah. It was like it was just a banger. And I think also having this little extra rules kind of helped a little bit too.
This one nicely action-packed as well, as the teams are still very even. Actually, even in gold immediately as Moose jumped on.
Immediately engaged. Culling coming out. Nice block by Worthy Does to be able to save his mid laner. I don't think the damage would have been enough to kill him at the end there. He probably would have gotten away with sub 100 health, but it was definitely very well done by Worthy Does to be able to protect his mid laner. But now we do have Bonkers continuing to chase down, and Jeffrey Crazy looking for a boost sandwich once again. Objective now being contested for as Spoober and TJ are fighting for this, but he does not understand that Spoober is definitely stronger than the Briar right now. Solo Dolo, go ahead and take one, but the rest of the team converging on as Lux is now trying to run away. Knocked up, landed on, gonna have to flash, trying to get away, but is able to get so much damage down thanks to the snare under the tower. Kindred able to take that kill onto the Lux, but at least Boost and Sandwich is also gonna lose his life to the Lux.
Another solo Dolo.
Another solo Dolo. Oh man, that's insanity. But Worthy Does now trying to just get away from this Lucian and is able to do so. Wait, oh, that's the DC. That's the DC. That's the DC. That counts as the DC.
Yeah, we see the DC come through. It did happen, but it is another solo Dolo. That's +3 for those, as well as the second set of 3 Void Grubs. So we're up to 12 now. Yeah. Highly entertaining. You gotta love it when your ADC goes to attack a support and DCs as he runs under tower.
See, this is why I don't watch the games, or I don't look at any of the results beforehand if we're going to be casting VODs, because there goes another objective right there, so we're up to 13 now. I'm going to put that count in there. But we do see this fight right now. The Braum being engaged on by the whole entire team and gonna end up losing his life there. And now TJ though being caught up, and Spoobert going on a killing spree as he's able to take another kill on this Gwen. This is absolutely insane, and he's just finding more members, and he's just found another as Bonkers just caught in the middle. And that's gonna definitely be it. No, it's not gonna be enough. Bonkers able to go ahead and save him, getting him under sub. That was a sub
100 +1.
But it ends up leading to the Rift Hero being summoned in this mid lane, and now HYG being put on the back foot, sitting at 3k gold under at this moment.
And the tower.
Man, this is looking good.
And the tower goes down, +1 again.
Oh, here comes the culling once again. Tries to get more damage landed onto the members, but it's not going to be enough. I think some of these DCs are going to be really, really annoying for HYG, but aside from that, it is absolutely insane to see Spoober on this, Spoober right now on this Gwen looking absolutely insane. I didn't expect Collector to be the first item built by a Kindred, but hey, you do you. The rest of the team, just overall, Stoner Nation already looking significantly stronger, and they're definitely being way more competitive this time around, and it shows.
I think Collector's just a really good item right now. First item for 3 AD carries in the same game. And Spoober,
might be caught in between 3 this time, or caught between 2 this time, and not going to be able to live it out, and instead going to lose his life as the shutdown goes to the Lux. That little bit of more damage is exactly what she needs.
Yeah, I was about to say he's looking really good. Just needs to buy. Still has his core items now, has the Riftmaker and the Nashor's Tooth. So really ready to be that side lane as well.
Just went ahead and eventually took a drink as the red team slays the Drake.
But yep, +1. That'll be 16. Did we miss the tower at some point? Maybe.
I think. No, we did not. It's only 2 towers, 3 towers. Oh yeah, we did miss a tower at some point because I don't remember 3 towers being taken.
+1 for the tower whenever it died. Game doesn't want to show us. 17.
I'll take a shot of water for that one. How about that?
We'll take it.
Everybody take a shot of water for that one.
Beer, take a big gulp of fresh H2, O2 to the system.
Right, open the window. Breathe. But we might need to take another drink as a solo Dolo is looking to happen, but Bonker's trying to get away with the ghosting Gwen coming in, trying to get you. The shield able to last Oh no, though, from behind though, the Shen, Marbra now here too, attempting to protect this, protecting this Lux. Almost lands from TJ. That would have been absolutely insane if he was able to get there. But now we do have the Galio jumping in, all the ults, everything being used, being able to land on so many members. But Spoobert now able to take so much damage and deal it back and heal it all. As Perfy now almost taken down, but TJ is now here trying to engage onto somebody. Marbra now looking for another member, able to land the snare, land to get the E on it, causes a killing spree. Now, curtains open, looking for some type of member. Marbra going to block it off, deciding to be the sacrificial lamb as the Lucian finds everybody in the background. Big laser finding a double kill as Jeffrey Crazy chases down, gets a shutdown immediately onto the Lucian, bringing them within 1,000 gold and turning this game around for the side of HYG. Oh no, you're caught in between the four. What are you doing? Boomstick, you thought you could catch the low health members and clean up the fight, but it wasn't possible. Another shutdown going right over. Within 300 gold now, HYG starting to claw this game right back in. From 4,000 gold up to now only being 300 gold up. Stoner Nation unfortunately falling apart.
That laser was ridiculous. I was about to call out Worthy Dust. Made it out sub 100, but gets picked up by the long range ult from Bonkers.
Bonkers just saved everybody from another drink.
And the tower going down. +1.
I'm putting a thank you Bonkers in chat for that one.
Well, you know, when there's a boy band here ready to force us to have a good time. Oh, +1 again. My bad.
No, that might have to be a little bit of flame in there for that one. It's really okay. We only got a drink. We have. What is it?
I need everyone in chat to start flaming me, please.
Because we're sitting at just under a drink per minute, but we do have a kill per minute in this game. So I'm really liking what we're seeing. But we do see the gold lead finally swing back over into HYG's favor, as it's only about 400 gold up, but still a little bit of a gold lead as they've only been so even so far. Marbra now being caught in between three members, but the big laser able to land onto COG where he does, taking down a little bit of damage, but Shen is now here to be able to help. Spoobert caught in by the snare, immediately goes in. Nice taunt by Perfy there to be able to catch members, but TJ in the right place at the right time, able to catch out Spoobert, killing him off and catching more members away as Worthy Does is attempting to run away, but double kill from the Briar as they take down the enemy support. Nicely done from the side of HYG and finally getting a decent gold lead for themselves as they sit at just one kill.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Alright, they finally get something. Before it literally was like 300, 400,
Another
300,
DC
400.
coming through.
Did we add DCs to the drinking rules?
We did not,
we did,
but apparently we shouldn't.
Oh, there's Jeffrey Crazy though. He's right back in it with the culling. A lot of damage. Jeffrey Crazy with the collector helping, able to take that last bit of damage to kill off the Galio. And now this is looking like a potential Baron angle. I mean, they probably could, especially since Kendra just ran away. And if she does go in, like, I mean, it's more like I would give that a 66-33 chance of being in their favor, just because of the fact that she could ult and stop the Baron from dying. Oh, that's unfortunate right there. Duck Butter Toast could have made it out on the Lux, stop the back. But right now, Lux and Lucian looking very strong. Briar coming back into this game, originally not starting off so well, now looking damn strong. And Shen being the silent hero, just using the ults at the right time, being at the right place at the right time when the ult is down. Yeah, I really like the way HYG is playing right now.
A really solid champ for fives as well, because you know he'll have that side lane pressure for you. Easily can make it to any team fight you need him in. So just really like the Shen pick for them. Playing it well. Gwen's looking a little scary, but nothing too bad for them.
I think Gwen is the one major factor for them, but aside from that, it's looking like major laser coming out and Boomstick gets shredded down to just above 200 HP in the background. Galio able to land the ult on the so many members, but the three-man taunt as Worthy Does loses his life to Jeffrey Crazy, and they continue to chase down. That was absolutely insane as Briar's able to get the kill on the Gwen, or on the Jhin, and Gwen ends up losing his life to the Lucian on the top side. Boomstick having to now forced to use the ultimate as Galio falls, chasing down, trying to run away. Sub 100 health, Kindred. You gotta take a drink for that and a drink for this Drake, because that was an absolute insane fight by HYG, bringing them up to 3.5k gold lead.
Yeah, really nice engage from them. Fought it well. Got 1 for 4, and the objective. So
Holy
just
crap.
HYG looking fantastic right now.
I felt my voice crack at the moment when I saw that 3-man taunt go off. I did not expect Perfy to land that. Dude, this man has been insane between these two games. That is crazy to see. From the Trundle being able to go from 0-3 to 7-5 before the end of the game, to then immediately switching onto the Shen, being 3-1-10, right place at the right time, and landing some absolute insane taunts that set up so much damage for the rest of the carries. This game right now for HYG is going to be extremely hard to lose as they bring themselves to a 4K gold lead. Oh, we do see another fight, though, getting activated. The laser, though, barely hitting, and that's going to be Boomstick losing his life as Jeffrey Crazy goes on Domination Nation. And we're seeing Worthy Dust now, a little bit more from the culling, trying to land a little bit more damage, but it's not going to be anything, as we do see the Galio now fighting up with Spooper up in the top side, going to be able to take someone down as Lux ends up getting shut down, but Spooper also ends up losing his life to the Lucian, going godlike in the middle of that fight. And they could have continued to chase down, but instead they're going to just continue to push these minions down. There's no way Stoner Nation is going to be able to fight this. If he ended up landing that little bit of extra damage, that could have been Worthy Does too, losing their life in that fight. But then they're going to turn around and go straight to the Baron.
And I think technically the kill Spooper got was solo, because he like dove in the 5 people and got one.
You know what? If someone else calls it, I'm gonna believe him.
I'm gonna believe him.
So,
as the Baron's getting burned down, we'll see if Stoner Nation can do anything to try to steal it.
I mean, at least the Gen curtain's coming out. At least try to use the shots to try to steal it.
Gets the steal! This Gen shot takes the Baron, oh my gosh! We'll call that 24 for the +2. Literally wasn't even showing the objective and Jin got the steal. That's ridiculous.
I'm like, yeah, you know, just casually try to shoot it to steal it. Boom. Oh my. I swear, guys, I have not seen this game once before. I'm completely fresh to that. That's why I just popped off like that. Oh man, that is insane, and an absolute rate of boosting morale to the side of Stoner Nation, being able to bring the gold lead back to within 2.5k and get themselves a little bit back into this game by having the push now. That is insane, and I know HYG is sitting there face palming right now. Holy.
+1 as Bonkers is flaming his jungler. Says my jungler sucks. Looking for a new drummer.
Jeez, man. Alright, so yeah, we got 25. Well, but we do have the kills about to start stacking up. TP's coming in. Shen also down here. Ultimate used, but not going to be able to land onto anybody. Bonkers now trying to help chase down. If you can't find any members, I mean, you guys are getting ready for nothing. I think this is just a piss fight at this point for them.
Actually, it's 26 because he said new drummer, so it's another reference to the boy band.
You guys could always get Smoothie back. Put him in the jungle.
They can't get Smoothie because he was on the team. Maybe next season.
And here's the ultimate, but lands onto 2 people from the Lux Laser from downtown. Boomstick, though, gonna lose his life to TJ as this extended fight continues. Lux, though, this time taking out the Gwen. You guys may have stolen the Baron, but they said we're taking your lives in trade. You're not able to get away as they continue to taunt up and continue to chase down TJ on a killing spree. That's absolutely insane to see that. You guys took the Baron, but they took your lives.
Our last member can't do Sundays. Yeah, Briar damage kind of ridiculous. Hit the double global where Briar jumped in, Shen jumped on top of her with the ultimate to keep her alive and just shredded down 3 members of Stoner Nation.
That's 27 since he made that last member reference.
Okay, 27, I'll take it.
I had to put that
I didn't realize the member was another boy band reference, but I'll believe you.
I mean, you gotta be a member of a boy band, right? Like,
you can be a member of a lot of things.
That's very true. Like a member of these teams that are currently competing right now on your screen in the front of you right now. And for anybody who might be sitting in the chat, if you are enjoying this, by all means, don't forget to follow, be able to sub with your Prime sub, and guarantee yourself 30 days of love here with Valhalla Esports. At least from the casters, we will always love you, because without your support, we couldn't be here. And we do see now, though, there is no support for Perfy, but instead he gets chunked down quite a bit right there by the Gwen. But we do see Drake taken by red team, but at what cost? As Worthy Dust is gonna lose his life, but the Briar going into 3 is gonna miss the laser this time, so Bonker's not getting that big amount of damage, but Boomstick not gonna be able to walk away as TJ goes on a rampage and they continue to chase down Jeffrey Crazy, going legendary as he's able to take out the Galio, and they continue to chase, but the Jin gonna be able to get the shutdown immediately onto the Briar as he continues to chase down on the turret. Perfy getting away with sub 100 health. If you haven't taken drinks for the last 2, make sure you do, because that is absolutely insane. We do have the curtains now being wide open, but Spoobert is here pushing into this, and that is a real, this time they don't have the split push pressure on the side of HYG. It is all over here on Spoobert for the side of Stoner Nation, but for that split push, you're gonna have to lose your life as Perfy now secures himself another kill.
Yep, gets Perfy very low, doesn't quite kill him. Unfortunately, gets the tower, but then is collapsed upon. Really well played by Spoobert, kind of doing what he needs to do, is hoping the team can hold him off for him to be that split push threat to push into game 3. Now has his death cap working on the full Zonias, has the arm guard currently. Perfy stacking up that hard steel. Again, luckily we didn't count any stacking in the during counter, because he's up at 571. Would have been a little rough depending on what he did the breakpoint set.
We would have legitimately had deaths in the chat at that point. I don't think anybody would have been able to potentially survive a 500 heart steel stack of Shen in a game, in a drinking game.
We'd have to do some kind of stacks, non-item dependent, that like counts 1 for every 10 or 1 for every 100. Depending on the champion. We also have a Kindred. Every time I Kindred will do that. As he gets blown up.
Jeffrey Crazy going ahead and taking his life, and Worthy Dust might be next. As the Briar ult lands right onto Jin, going right under the tower, able to take so much onto him, piking themselves onto it. But the Galio ultimate able to help stall a little bit more out, but Perfy able to take that last kill, killing the Jin. But Jeffrey Crazy killing Spoober on the back end, going continuously, being legendary. Jeffrey Crazy though also barely living in that as well. I don't think it was sub 100 health, but he almost was taken out in that back end, and HYG continuing.
Another tower going down, +1. +2 for the Nexus tower, or Inhibitor tower.
Yep, and then we're about to get an end hit taken right here. Please, guys, give us one really nice fight. Give us one last really nice, good fight to just finish this off on. But I think, honestly, let me stop counting out Stoner Nation. Because that team, they honestly might be able to find a really good pick. They just stole the Baron previously with the Jin ult of all things.
Donation is one off of the Dragon Soul as well, so that could be a potential angle for them if they can pick it up.
This game is not over yet. I know they're 5k gold down, but this game is not over yet, not in any sense. I think Stoner Nation does have a lot of control, especially if they can prioritize the Drake. If they get the Baron, okay, but if you can prioritize putting a little bit more vision towards this Drake, especially with it coming up in a minute and a half, you just need to be able to get a good fight there. And if you have vision control early, that'll at least help a bit. But HYG currently have their priorities where they want, and it's looking like getting vision on the Baron for them is what they want. And right now, instead they're starting it. They're actually doing the Baron right now.
Yeah, looking for it. It's a smart play. You have the Shen who can come for the fight if it happens. Gwen has the TP right now, so could join, but it's not as easy.
But I don't think they're going to be there for the fight. But once again, blue team able to take this Baron, and that's going to end up being the life of Boomstick nearly taken. Barely survives there. Is that going to be another drink or no? Jeffrey Crazy able to go ahead and take his life. right there, and they're continuing to chase down. They're looking for more members. And Briar's able to find somebody right there on the top side. Rakan trying to run away. Jin also trying, but snared up, gonna be able to take the life of the double culling right there from the Lucian, and that might just be the game.
Yeah, that's probably it. Gwen came back to try to help, but people got picked up too quickly. Now have super minions along with Baron, but taking out tower +1 there. They're trying to defend
That's
it.
another one. As the laser helps to delete, but the collector collects. But we do at least give another kill over to the Lux with Galio, and the Nexus being obliterated by the end of that match. That's going to be HYG taking the game, and I believe taking the series.
Taking the series 2-0, well played to them. Since we decided Nexus is +3, 40 drinks, so just 5 on the end right there. And we'll hop on into
the
this
Nexus, so
final score screen.
I just downed a shot for the Nexus, so I think I'm good.
He's down the shot, he's being a madman. Check out this post-game lobby as we see HYG getting that lead, getting Jeffrey crazy, super fed despite DCing constantly during the game, and well played to them to pick up the 2-0 victory. All the games this week going 2-0. Well played to all the winning teams. Upset coming in from Los Namadas. As keep an eye out here. We'll probably end the stream out after I'll do the poll for the MVP. If one of the HYG boys are around who can do the interview, we'll do that. And then we'll end this one out and do a quick seer to sum up the week since we streamed all the games for you guys. And we'll be ready for the semifinals starting tomorrow with the live series that will decide which one to cast and bring you more League of Legends action as we head towards the finals.
Honestly, I can't wait for more League of Legends at this point. This has been the most excited I've been. I think this was the season that everyone was calling out, was that it was considerably even amongst the teams when it looks like at least the spread of salaries and everything. So I honestly am very excited for what we're looking down the barrel for semis, because if you look at this, like these particular teams, like what I believe Stoner Nation was 7th or 6th?
8th.
8th. So yeah, they're 8th versus number 2.
8th versus 1.
Oh wait, HYG was 1. Why is everyone else telling me that somebody else was number 1? Anyways,
Night Raid Owls was number 1.
That's why, yeah, I thought it was NRO that was number 1, and that's why I'm like, wait a second. Yeah. So that's why I figured that it's the number 2 versus number 7, and for HYG to kind of struggle a little bit in certain points during that game definitely shows that these teams are a lot more even though the placements show that they're in the disparity in placements still shows that there's still, there's still a lot. There's still a lot of play to be done, and then any team that goes up against each other, it could be a massive toss-up.
MVP vote is now up. Get your votes in. Let's see who you think the MVP was for the series. And if they're around, we'll try to pull them up for the quick interview.
I'm very torn on who to really give it to for the MVP this time around.
We've got 1 right now for Bonkers, 2 for Jeffrey Crazy. Jeffrey, despite doing all the DCs, definitely was popping off a lot. 1 now for Mabra as well.
I think my vote personally is to Marbra. I really can say this. I appreciate a support that is able to consistently roam and just be everywhere for his team a lot. And that 0-2 and 29 scoreline definitely shows that.
Yeah. Setting up his team, doing a lot of CC, doing the Lord's work as a support where you don't get all the flashy plays. We still get to have a good time.
And we ended with a total of, I believe, 74 drinks total between these two games.
Yes, 34 plus 40.
How's everybody feeling in the chat right now? Have you actually participated? Because I know personally for me, to keep up, and oh boy, if it didn't show by the end of that game.
I kept up. I think I drank about 4 IPAs during the course of these games.
I had my drink of choice was vodka and Baja Blast, so that was pretty
Baja.
interesting. Hey man, it's a good don't you guys gotta just try that drink combination. Believe it or not, it's really really good. Um,
We got about 30 seconds left. No more votes coming in. We still only have the 4. We got 12 people in there. Vote for your MVP. Let's see who gets it. We still got Bonkers, Jeffrey Crazy, and Mobra with the votes, trying to vie for the MVP.
I think
Perfect
Perfy
unsung
unsung
hero.
hero.
He was doing a good job on that top lane, doing what he needed to do, doing the work where he had to deal with the shitty lane as Trundle and the Gragas, but still won it later, and then did a lot of really nice Shen ults to get to the team fights in game number 2. Just a very strong 5-man team comp. As Jeffrey Crazy gets the MVP vote as it closes out. I don't know if Jeffrey Crazy is around, any of you HYG boys, or one of you want to hop in to do the quick post-game interview. If not, no worries, just let me know. If you do want to do it, just jump in one of the chats and I'll pull you up.
Yes, sirs. Or if you already have casting duty, then
Either Bonkers or Mabra, since I see you're both in the chat.
I need to get. I'm definitely gonna be clipping that moment of when the Baron was stolen. I
Oh, we gotta see it where it actually hits the Baron for the steal. It was just watching Jin shooting the bullets, and I was like, all
can.
right, we're
Does
watching
anybody
Jin.
want that replay? Does anybody want that replay real quick? Because that was so absurd. Like I did not. Literally, I'm just like, oh, it's just gonna casually steal it. Let's see what happens. Boom. And Barbara, no. You know what,
Mabra
Barbara?
doesn't
Why
want.
don't you jump up here?
Mabra doesn't like us. He doesn't want to talk to us. That's fine. All right. Well, how do you feel about the series, Malco?
I think I was very vocal about how this series was. It was a lot of fun to cast. It was, in general, overall, an exciting series. Both these teams came to play, and I'm not sure if it's maybe these are two of the more practiced teams, and because of the fact that like maybe they practice a lot more, these two teams went into each other trying to give it their all. It was fun. Like I don't know, like I could have watched that game without the casting and probably would have thought the game was pretty exciting for like any reason. Like say if you just happen to be spectating it with your Discord boys and you guys are all watching it together, like you would have been excited to watch this game. And I think this season has just had a lot of games like that in general, but this was like the series to look at, especially considering it was the last series that we got to cast for the for quarterfinals. I think that we really showed. I think they really showed up, and even though it was 0-2, I think for every single series this quarterfinals this season, um, I don't think any team was like completely like super stomped in a sense.
Yeah, for sure. Like series went one-sided, but games could have gone either way for most of them.
Yep,
Um,
I
And
like coin
well
flips
played to
like that.
HYG, doing the big turnaround from last season, going from last to making it at least to semifinals. Hoping to see these boys in the finals, see the true boy band experience. Oh no, plus one more drink.
41.
And we all believe in them to make the big push. So thank you all for watching. We appreciate you. If you have your Prime subs available, please toss them our way or give us the normal subs. Either way, you'll get your 30 days of love from Valhalla Esports. And we're going to end the stream pretty quick, do the quick ending song, and then keep an eye out. We're going to do the seer right afterwards. Gonna do a quick one because we streamed all the games, but look forward towards the semifinals. See what's coming up this coming week as well as tomorrow for the live games being streamed. So stay right here with us for the next
Yes, and I was
probably
just
30ish minutes, and we'll have a
I
good
was just
time.
about to call this out real quick before everyone goes with the 30-minute break that we're about to go into. Don't forget that Season 5 signups are out there, whether you want to be on a team or just a substitute. Please make sure you get your name on the list so we can have players all ready for the draft day and people can start scouting out for teams. In that meantime, we should be getting in-houses started up and hopefully also get those casted as well at the same time. So we should be seeing some of those things starting up. But if you can, the announcement should have been put into the Discord server. If you are not a part of the Discord server, please join. I believe the link should be in the descriptions of the Twitch chat below. And with that much said, final call outs again for the Prime subs and guarantee yourself 30 days of love with Valhalla Esports. I am Melko and this has been Hailstrom. We will see you guys in a bit. Later.
Good night. See you in 10 to 20 minutes.
Silence.